Championships are fueled by a relentless journey. There's not a roadmap to the top. Tonight, what will these men and women do to feel the intoxication of winning?
You don't wanna squab, you don't really wanna mob, you don't wanna know your odds when it comes to the best. You ain't never tried, you ain't never ride to survive over time with the best. I've been doing this your whole life. I've been doing this your whole life. I've been doing this your whole life. Wanna know your eyes when it comes to the best.
These are their faces. This is their story. Welcome to AEW.
Wanna know your eyes when it comes to the best.
Countdown to All Out.
You'll never do anything. You're just a little too different.
Orange punch again! Pack crumbles. 2, 3! Unbelievable! For the first time in his AEW career, Orange Cassidy can now call himself champion.
I don't know how many title defenses I have done. It really doesn't matter to me because I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep defending this international championship when I have to, where I have to.
The winner of Wednesday's Orange Cassidy versus Penta El Zero Miedo AEW International Championship match will face Jon Moxley at All Out in Chicago at the United Center.
Jon Moxley, you better bring more than just a fork because I will always be the international champion.
Hobbs, we have a lot in common. I too used to rely on a book for guidance, but now the Redeemer walks alone.
I would say that if 99% of people on planet Earth were to call out Miro, they would be making a grave mistake.
In this book, the next chapter is entitled Redemption.
It's self-belief. It's the book of Hobbs. It's a litany of turmoil that Hobbs has suffered his entire life, and in his mind, Miro is just going to be the next chapter.
So how am I supposed to redeem myself after losing the TNT title? How am I supposed to redeem myself after losing in the Owen Hart tournament? In order to get past this chapter of redemption, I need to call out the Redeemer. So Miro, bring your ass out!
Max, my friend, there's only one thing left to do.
Double clothesline! Double clothesline!
Double clothesline! Got it! 2, 3! There was no dissension. There was no nothing. There was just tag team precision. Well, how about that?
That Mark Tony Khan just told me that there's going to be a battle royal on Rampage to decide who gets to face us for the ROH tag straps at All Out in Chicago.
John Silver, Alex Reynolds will face MJF and Adam Cole at All Out.
Don't get me wrong, you're an amazing tag team, but you are not better than you, baby.
At All Out, we're gonna do whatever it takes to not only beat Adam Cole and MJF for the Ring of Honor tag team titles, no. We're gonna end their stupid bromance for good.
In an industry where there are massive egos, Christian Cage may have the most inflated sense of self of anybody I've ever seen in professional wrestling.
The official didn't see it! Didn't see it at all, but it's coming to focus. We have a new TNT champion.
He's an egomaniac, megalomaniac. He's out of control.
And even Luchasaurus, I'm sure, would agree. Christian Cage had a huge part in getting the title away from Wardlow and around the waist of that prehistoric monster.
As the TNT champion, we demand respect.
And I hope one day he realizes that he doesn't need Christian Cage to be TNT champion. He doesn't need Christian Cage stealing his spotlight.
As the face of TNT, I realize that I'm a role model for children all over the world, not just my own child.
Well, truth be told, how I feel about Christian acting like he's the TNT champion, I love it.
What makes Kris Statlander such a special champion here in AEW is her story and her journey back from injury to the top of the mountain.
I don't know why I'm getting sad. I'm sorry. I just don't really feel like a champion. That's all. That's okay. Because you gotta make the best with what you've got. I've been given this opportunity to represent the company. And I feel like I'm doing everything I can to make my title reign mean something and to prove that you don't hold a title just to call yourself a champion.
She's one of those people that you can see how hard she works, you know how much she loves this business, and there's something just so organic about her relationship with professional wrestling, her relationship with the fans. It's really hard to root against Statlander.
Takeshita rolls up Omega and scores the win!
Finally, I beat Kenny Omega. Takeshita's gonna take your place not just in my family. He's gonna take your place at the top of professional wrestling.
Don is just hell-bent on making Kenny's life a living hell.
I want to be the one that gets credit for Kenny being the best wrestler in the world for over a decade. And the only way I can do that is to destroy Kenny Omega. Takeshita, with me at his side, showed the world just a taste of what he's capable of.
I'll show you in Chicago. I'm gonna beat Kenny Omega again.
For more than a decade, Kenny Omega has been considered one of the best, if not the best, professional wrestler in the entire world. A victory over Kenny Omega, I think the torch gets passed to Konosuke Takeshita.
And it's not over. I'm still the best belt machine. I'm still the cleaner.
Kenny, we're gonna keep taking until there's nothing left to take from you. And then we're gonna take a little more. Everything that Kenny has in his life is because of me.
Don Callis has let a screw job allow Kenny Omega to become the AEW World Champion.
For IWGP US Heavyweight Champion, the God of Pro Wrestling. Kenny, my God, Omega. The real God of Pro Wrestling wasn't you. The real God of Pro Wrestling was Don Callis.
Let me tell you, the God's gonna put you down.
What the hell did Don Callis do?
You had to be taught a lesson. Kenny chooses his mentally weak friends over greatness. I begged Kenny to focus on being what I had created, God of Pro Wrestling. You chose your friends over your family, over the person that put everything into your life.
Konosuke Takeshita, the man handpicked by Don Callis to replace Kenny Omega.
I didn't just lose a nephew when I lost Kenny, but when I got Takeshita, I gained a son.
So this is all out of Don's playbook. Takeshita meant a lot to me as a human being. He made sure that when he decided to upgrade from Kenny Omega, that it was someone that would hurt here. This new cash cow of yours that you think means the world to you, I'm gonna take him away.
You may run.
At All Out, we are going to cut the cancer of Kenny Omega out of all elite wrestling forever. Takeshita is going to be the scalpel. He's bigger, stronger, faster, and we're going to prove that with the invisible hand in his corner, he's also better.
Don Callis, you will never win this battle.
The final proof will be at All Out when Takeshita shows everybody there'll be a new God of pro wrestling.
Let me tell you, the God's gonna strike you down.
In this New Testament of the Book of Hobbs, the first chapter is redemption. Redemption means violence, violence, violence. I haven't found any peace. There's always someone or something distracting me.
Hobbs, I am not here to feud with my God. I am here to replace him.
An opportunity presented itself. Chicago, the United Center, All Out.
Well, QT Marshall's very sketchy, very shady, loaded with shenanigans, cannot be trusted. And I like that about him.
Chicago. Powerhouse Hobbs gets the biggest victory of his career.
I don't know what the hell's up with QT Marshall. I couldn't tell you. I don't know what that guy's problem is.
I don't want anyone's help, and I damn sure don't need anyone's help.
I think it is the perfect matchup for him to go out and remind everybody who the hell Powerhouse Hobbs is.
And when we said the next chapter is being written, I don't think this is a draft. I don't think this is in the proofreading stage. I think we're going straight to print with the book of, oh, wait a minute. And that's Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado, known associates of QT Marshall and QTV. Maybe QT thinks he's doing him a favor, or are they aligned? Wait a minute, Hobbs, Spine Buster. Whatever the circumstances, Hobbs has taken advantage of them.
And you talk about redemption, when all out redemption is coming for you, and it's going to piss on your cold, dead body.
He has no fear, Hobbs, and Miro has no fear. So to see these two massive gladiators collide, it's gonna be epic.
I am godless, but I know you are not, because you pray to me now.
Last time we saw Miro, that bitch was laying out in the middle of this ring. Sign the damn contract.
And we got a problem.
Yeah, security needs to...
Oh, and down goes Hobbs!
And all out redemption is coming for you, and it's going to look like a jacked Bulgarian that is going to break your spine and make you humble.
I'm going to tear your book apart because I am Miro.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, sometimes you try to imagine yourself as a world champion. And when you tell people that, they laugh in your face. Well, guess what? Me and my best friends are champions, so who's laughing now?
Quite frankly, I think it sucks. I don't think they're real friends. I think they're doing a little show for everyone. And for some reason, everyone's fooled. They're not friends. We're friends. Best friends.
We fought, we clawed, we scratched to get to this spot.
Max is not only my friend, damn it, he's my best friend.
Is your friend really the person who tombstones you on a table? And Adam, you're telling me your best friend is the person that beat you in the main event of the biggest wrestling show ever? Come on, you guys are not friends.
As you know, Max, he's not here right now, but he did want me to say a few things on behalf of him. So, Alex Reynolds, here's a little factoid most people don't know. You had a hand in training me at Creative Pro. It took me 9 years to get rid of all your bad habits, because you're the absolute drizzling You get the idea. Speaking of, John Silver, I'd say I didn't realize they could stack crap that high, but realistically, it'd be fairly easy to, considering the fact you're the size of a dollar store garden gnome.
I don't care how popular, better than you baby is. I don't care how much everybody loves you. I don't care that MJF is the AEW World Champion. No. This Sunday, we are going to beat you boys. We're going to end this whole farce of a friendship. We are going to win those Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships because the Dark Order needs them.
We just won these bad boys, and ain't no way in hell we're dropping them anytime soon.
We are the best tag team in ROH. We are the best tag team in AEW. We are the best.
We're better than you,
baby.
Darby, the tope! Swerve it first! Darby Allin winning the Royal Rampage, earning a shot at the TNT Championship.
I would love to see Darby Allin as a 3-time TNT champion.
It feels like it's Darby Allin versus the world right now. He is ready to take on all comers.
I feel like after every match, everyone's always kind of walking away with the same feeling of like, oh my God, Darby Allin's bones are made of rubber. This guy can withstand anything.
It was a coffin flop for Darby Allin. Nobody home.
Darby Allin has proven time and time again that he is one of the toughest, most resilient competitors in all of professional wrestling. But at the end of the day, he's still human.
And after the coffin match at Wembley,
Swerve refusing to go quietly into the coffin.
it's going to be difficult dealing with a massive, gigantic dinosaur here, the Luchasaurus.
I don't think he's got a chance of becoming a 3-time TNT champion against Luchasaurus, against Christian Cage, or against Christian Cage's daughter, for that matter.
Did you win this belt? You did not win this belt. Nobody touches this title but me. Security, she's not credentialed. Remove her from the arena.
I think the smart money is on Luchasaurus, leaving Chicago as the TNT champion. You're a smart man, that's where your money goes. Never bet against Captain Charisma.
After the coffin match, to come back a week later and compete to win your 3rd TNT championship, that would be an exceptional feat for even Darby Allin.
The true greats are always 2 steps ahead, ain't that right, Stinger?
I think it's going to be an extremely difficult task for Darby Allin to capture the TNT title against Luchasaurus in Chicago. But I think he pulls it off. I think he's got a new TNT champion, and that title goes back on Darby.
We all know that every fatherless child needs a true mentor, and there's no better mentor than the TNT champion.
Apparently I haven't been quite clear with Chris, so let me go ahead and spell it out for you. Look at me. Chris, I challenge you for your TBS championship in Chicago at All Out. And I'm going to beat you once again.
One person stepping up that I've never gotten a chance to beat in the past is Ruby Soho. First time we ever wrestled was for the original TBS title tournament for this very prized possession. And then the second time we ever wrestled was for the first ever Owen Hart tournament.
Can you remember the response I got after I beat her? Not a very warm reception. No. They booed me out of the damn building, Renee.
I feel like I'm getting sick of saying it, and I know y'all are getting sick of hearing it, that right now is the time for Ruby Soho to be a champion.
I'm so sick of the outcasts. I'm sick of them taking advantage of other people, of constantly playing games, of acting like children. Ruby, if you want to act like a child, Mom's gonna treat you like one.
It's a shame that after 13 years, I've never held gold. It is ridiculous that I've never had a title around my waist.
You all created this monster.
I was a different person. I was playing it safe. I cared more about what the idiots in the crowd thought.
We've been outcasts since the day we came into AEW.
By any means necessary, Stat.
She thinks she can do it again. That's fine. She thinks she has a little extra backup this time because she's got her outcasts. That's fine.
See, Chris, I know you know this, but you've never beaten me.
I got a lot on my mind. I've got a lot of anger to take out.
You've never beaten me.
And I've got the TBS title. She's not winning this time.
In Chicago, when I'm holding that title high above my head, for them to do the same damn thing.
Oh, wait, Ruby Soho! No future! She cracked Statlander!
Took the TBS title.
Pull out, baby, let's go!
Will we see a new TBS champion crowned at All Out?
You've never beaten me.
What do Orange Cassidy and Jon Moxley have in common? Well, we're not so much for the bark. Is Jon Moxley the toughest challenge for Orange Cassidy and his international title? I think absolutely. Everybody's got a belt, everybody's got a catchphrase, everybody's got a hashtag. You know, we're not really about that. It's not about bark.
Jon Moxley is a 3-time former AEW World Champion. Jon Moxley can beat anybody in our sport on any given day, and that includes Orange Cassidy.
The wrestler who leaves Chicago with the International Championship will be the wrestler with the biggest bite. You look at the history of Cassidy. He has been more than freshly squeezed. He has been stumped into the ground, and there is barely a drop of juice left in him.
Orange Cassidy is walking into this match, less than 100% would be generous. He's walking into this match at maybe 50%. He's going to have to try to lure Jon Moxley into wrestling an Orange Cassidy match. Orange Cassidy cannot afford to let this title match be a Jon Moxley match.
What would it mean for Jon Moxley to win the international title? It would mean a lot more than you might imagine. The ability to say, I'll take whatever title I want when I want. Moxley gets his way.
Orange Cassidy is fatigued, he's beleaguered, he's injured, and he's going to be walking into a buzzsaw in Chicago.
And every single time I have a title defense, the backpack gets a little heavier.
Honestly, I think that Orange Cassidy has done such a great job solidifying what that championship means and its stature here in AEW.
I'm here. I'm wrestling. I'm defending because this means everything to me. This is what AEW is. I'm the champion, and I will continue to defend my championship. And there is nothing anyone can do to take it from me, because I'm freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, and I do not have a catchphrase.